like ask yourself, why do I want to do this? Your why is going to fuel you to keep working and keep going, in Japan, midst of all the challenges and hardships that you will experience here in Japan.
So, welcome to Jep in Japan podcast, where we dive into the personal stories and experiences of foreigners living in Japan. So, I'm Jeff Tinagan, and after years of living and teaching here, I've met so many people with incredible stories. There's some inspiring, some challenging, but all worth sharing. So, in this podcast, we talk about the realities of life in Japan, the cultural surprises, the must know tips, and the lessons learned along the way. So, ready? Let's get started. Hello, everyone. So, again, this is Jeff, and we are joined by Miss Ruby or Ruby Sensei in Japan. And she's one of the admins of the ALT Chesham Facebook group. And yeah, he is one of the she's one of the respected people talaga in our space or in our niche. And one thing, she was here since 2000. Wait, let me check. 2012. Am I right, Sensei?
That's correct.
2012. That's right.
That's correct.
And she's still an ALT, an assistant language teacher like me. And let's give it up for her. And let's welcome. Hello, Sensei. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Hello, Jeff. Hello to
Hello.
Jeff's listeners.
Okay, so yeah, welcome to our fifth episode, and I'm so
Oh, the fifth
happy.
episode.
Yeah, yeah,
Congratulations.
it's the one of the most difficult things to do while
I
starting
know.
anything. And
I feel honored. Thank you very much.
oh yeah, it's also our pleasure to have you here. So the first question is just a backstory first, like how did you end up being here in Japan? So what made you uh come here, or anything about that?
Okay. So Japan is uh my childhood dream country to visit. Like I remember my sisters and we watched NHK
Mm-hmm.
channel. I mean, like I think that was TV 13, and they show like NHK shows about Japan, introducing the culture and the tourist spots. So my sisters and I love watching them. So it has always been a dream of mine to come to Japan. So fast forward to many, many years after graduating in the university, and getting my license to become a teacher, public school teacher. Luckily, I was offered by Chesham. It's a agency, placement agency in the Philippines. I was offered by a job, an AOT job, to assistant language teaching job, uh, to teach in Japan. So
Mm.
that's the gateway,
I
actually.
see, I see.
And so
Great.
luckily enough, by the grace of God, with lots of tears, effort, sweat and tears, with lots of effort and sacrifices.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I was
That
able
was
to, come to Japan.
Thank you for that great answer.
Thank you.
With that time, 2012, were there other agencies also like in like the Chesham, or was it the go-to agency before?
Not that I know of, but
Or how did you
I
know Chesham? Yeah, like me, I was introduced by Donna, one of my classmates in when I was in the
Donna,
university. So yeah, so
really.
yeah, but like you, what was the like who introduced Chesham to you? So
I had no idea
like
about
Google,
Cheshire.
something like that.
No, no, I didn't Google. Actually, I have a university friend.
Okay.
Her name is Marichu, and she is also here in Japan. She became an ALT for Interact, but then moved to private
Other.
school. Yeah, switch company.
Okay.
Anyway, so I learned it from her. Actually, she introduced like out of nowhere. She sent me a message and asked like, Chesham, blah blah blah.
Okay.
And I had no idea, so I googled it, and then she mentioned that she was applying uh, at this agency, and that's it. I said,
Okay.
"Oh, okay, I don't know. I'm interested. I also want to know about it."
I
And
see.
then just researching at first, and then suddenly, I don't know, like it's like the universe is telling me about it. Actually, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's great.
And then in the company where I used to work as an online teacher, a very close friend of mine uh, was leaving. And then when I asked her, like, why are you leaving? And then she said, oh, actually, I applied as an assistant language teacher. And she went to Chesham. It's like, oh, ping pong. Like, oh, like a light bulb. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Chesham? Wow. Oh, I heard about it. I was researching about it. And so, parang, it gave me like, parang, how do you say?
Motivation.
Motivation, and I got really intrigued, like,
Mm.
wow, I
That
should
is the
really
company is
try this.
legit.
Yeah,
It's
then
a
that's
real
it.
thing. This is not scam.
Hmm, I don't know, but something like there's a light bulb na, okay, or maybe it's the universe telling me like you should try it, and which I said
Mm,
yes to, and so I
mm,
tried, and now I'm
amazing.
here after 12 years and counting. So,
Okay, okay.
so basically, I learned it from my university friend and from a coworker.
Okay, cool. So let's go with some of the questions already.
Okay.
And first, maybe let's start with like the first impression. So initial impressions, although things that we know back in the Philippines, and compared to the home, our home country. So before we have our first impressions, right, of Japan.
Mm.
So what were the first impressions you had back then about Japan? And it's like an expectation versus reality.
To be honest, I had no expectations
You don't have, okay.
because when I got my visa and
Mm,
the tickets, like I had the go signal to move and work in Japan. I had no expectations, but
mm,
I was full of excitement.
mm,
Like, oh
okay.
my God, thank you, really, Lord. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. I mean, I was just really, really thankful to the
Yeah, the
Lord.
Lord, yeah.
I was after all the sacrifices that I did, I made.
Okay.
um, I'm here, so I had
Mm,
no expectations, but
mm,
I'm just open, open to new experiences. Like I came to Japan with
mm.
a blank slate, you know.
Ah,
So I'm just like, okay, anyway, I'm just present. Whatever, Japan will give me, whatever life will give me, I'm just present, to the surprise. I came to Japan without knowing any Japanese.
right. Yeah,
I
this, I
just
mean,
know Tokyo. And
I
other places, I don't know. Zero
see.
idea.
I see. So
And then
that's a
Japanese
good
food.
mentality. So, coming here with a clean a peace
Clean
of
slate.
mind, right? A slate. Yeah, that's right.
Like a
So
child.
like a
Like
child.
a
So
child that is just, excited.
yeah. So just like coming here with just a glass without water, so it can Japan will fill that glass with abundance, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so let's go with the other one. So you're already here like for a couple of years. So just maybe what were the challenges that you faced while adapting life in Japan? So how did you overcome them? So any experience is okay.
Of course, on top of the list is language barrier.
Language barrier.
It's really hard. It's really hard. Although we Filipinos are bilingual,
Yeah.
right? Are you bilingual? I think you're a polyglot by now.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bisaya,
what?
Filipino, and English.
See, like you speak three languages. You're
Mm.
polyglot. I'm a bilingual. I can speak English
Maybe just
and
a trilingual. Maybe polyglot would be given to
I
the
I
languages. I don't know.
I think two is bilingual, three is a polyglot. That's my
Okay.
own definition of it. I don't know
Okay,
what
got
the
it.
textbook say. But anyway, sorry. I'm a bilingual, and learning Japanese even until now after 12 years, it's still very hard.
12 years.
I'm not, but I cannot speak straight Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm incomprehensible. Is that the word? Is that the correct English? Oh my god. No, no one like my Japanese is not comprehensible.
Mm,
you know. And although right now actually I can read and write hiragana and katakana, without like thinking about it too much. It has become natural to me.
okay.
Reading and writing hiragana and katakana. So like when I see a
Amazing.
hiragana and katakana, I can read it right away. It's like ABC. But I can read some very simple basic kanjis, but still very hard. But speaking Japanese, it's still hard.
Mm.
I can only survive like maybe with a hi, wakarimasen, gomenasai,
Yes.
shiranai.
But did you enroll
Mm,
like the free lessons in the city or
I
something like
did.
that,
I
or did you also thought of studying the JLPT thing? What did you set some goals of that? Can you share something about that?
Yes, I did. First, I went to free because there in all I think in all cities in Japan, wherever you are, the city offers free Japanese lesson. You just need
Okay.
to go to the city hall or to the municipal office and ask for it. They will give
Okay.
it to you. So there are groups. So I did that, but it did not work for me because every time there's a new student coming, we will go back again to lesson number one.
Okay.
And then like we in my that is I
Oh my
maybe
God.
maybe the group, the organization that I joined is not that effective,
Mm.
or like everyone is ojisans and obachans, like grandma and grandpas that do the lessons voluntarily.
Mm.
So maybe their motivation is also low. And
Mm.
then my motivation is already low.
Mm.
So I did not I did not grow. So I went to what's this? Kumon.
Come
Kumon,
on.
because Kumon also have Japanese lessons. So I tried that the very beginning. Of course, it's not yesui. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
They're
what is yesui in English? I forgot. Oh, I'm now a
cheap.
bilingual.
Cheap.
Cheap. It's not cheap. It's expensive. Not 9,000 to 10,000 yen per month. But Kumon is more that's just the registration.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
like roughly around that amount.
Okay.
Maybe the fee itself is like 5,000, but the materials plus with you have to pay some more for the materials for the textbook.
Okay.
So anyway, I tried that. It is good because I'm paying money. I'm
Yeah.
investing,
Yeah, that's right.
So I invested, so I really take it seriously.
Yeah, that's right.
However, in Kumon, it's more on worksheets. They don't have a Kaiwa style.
I
Or
see.
like no one will really talk to you in Japanese. Like you
It's
will
more of the
do
written thing. Yeah.
exactly. It's more about worksheets, and then there's a Japanese teacher who will check it and advise you in Japanese. Like this
Mm.
is wrong. You should do two like this or sa like that,
Mhm.
and like this. I went, okay. Well, but eventually I quit because it's expensive.
Mm,
With
yeah.
my ALT salary, I cannot afford it. You
That's
know,
right.
so I did just self study. And just by but actually like investing at Kumon, it like really it sparked my motivation to
What
like
what
really
what year
increase.
did you do it? This part here. What year did you enroll to? Like, was it the fifth year, the sixth year,
Oh,
or
oh no, no, no,
third
on
year, or
on my second year,
second year?
so 2014, 2000,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
14,
I
14.
remember it's really hard. When I remember that in my first year, it was really
like a pain when you cannot understand people around you. Even
Yeah.
some of the teachers in the workplace, you
Mm,
can only talk to the Japanese teachers or teachers of English.
yeah.
And so if they are busy, then you're just alone, feel like no one likes you, but it's actually the other way around. No one can talk to you because they only speak Japanese.
That's
so,
true.
so
That's
that was like, as a first year ALT,
mm,
you're really thinking nuts already.
yeah, I know. I feel that even
Mm.
until this day. But I'm
Anyway,
now hard. So I
yeah.
don't care. I become cynical na.
Really,
Okay.
but I think
Anyway,
it's studying a language is still a long process, and it's
it
a
is.
continuing education, right? So
It is.
even N1 holders, the highest proficiency in Japanese, right, still needs to learn a lot just
Yes.
to converse with other,
Mm,
difficult words. Same thing with English, we still have
yeah.
difficult vocabulary. So
Language is ever
mm,
changing.
yeah, that's right.
So if
Y-
you are a student of any language, you always have to study it.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you
that's right.
really want to be like very fluent or natural at speaking
Mm,
it. Yeah.
let's see. Next question, Sensei, would be like for those interested in teaching in Japan,
Mm.
like people that are listening or watching us, what advice could you give them? Like if they want to work here, want to teach here, what advice can you give them?
Uh really think deeply about your why.
You're right.
Like ask yourself, why do I want to do this?
Mm,
You know, why? Because like your purpose is what's going to fuel you.
mm,
Your why is going to fuel you to keep working and keep going, in Japan amidst of all the challenges and hardships that you will experience here in Japan. So you always really be, I'm gonna say, like strong
mm-hmm.
on knowing your whys.
You're wise.
Why, your purpose. That's
Mm,
number one for me talaga.
great.
Yeah, honestly, like we just want to come here because I want to experience it. But like be specific,
Mm-hmm.
like, or I just want to come here because I want a better life, a good life. I want to have a higher salary, like I mean, yes, that's good, but you should think deeper
Mm-hmm.
because like the yen is very volatile.
Yeah.
Volatile. I'm sorry. When I came to Japan 12 years ago, you know how much was yen? I don't know, but it was 0.52.
0.52.
That was the
Uh,
highest.
so that's a Philippine peso conversion. Yes.
Yeah.
So
So 1 yen is 0.52 pesos. So it's like half. So let's say I meant like if you have 100 yen, that is 50 pesos, 52 pesos. That's a lot of
that's a
money.
lot. Yeah, that's
And
right.
then 100 yen is what? They considered 100 yen as our piso. Or one
Yes. Yeah.
peso, like nothing. What can you pay in 100 yen? Like a
Yeah.
candy, mama, maybe not a candy, maybe
Yeah.
like a
A
chip,
bottle of water.
a bottle of water,
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
But like, it's very cheap. It's almost nothing.
Yeah. It's almost. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
But now, 12 years now, 1 yen is 0.36. I experienced in the past 0.34.
Yeah.
That was the lowest.
Yeah. It's still. That's one thing to consider whether you maybe you would have like student loans if you're in America. So the same thing. It
It's
it
not
could
enough.
be it could be difficult for you coming here, like financially, at this moment. So hopefully
Yes,
we will get like the yen back. So
hopefully. But like,
mm,
I mean, in a Filipino perspective,
yeah.
so a lot of us, include me. So one of my whys is like, I want to gain more money
Mm.
compared to what I'm, getting
Earning
in
in
the
the
Philippines,
yeah,
earning
of
in the
course
Philippines, in
we are a
Manila.
third country, right? So
Yeah, yes.
that's what we are, heading to. So
Mm,
yeah, we
yes.
totally understand that.
Yes, but for Westerners, for those, I've met people, so they come to Japan to become an ALT, not really to become rich. They have choices. They're
Yeah, they have a
privileged.
lot of choices.
They're privileged. So they come here to experience Japan, to go around Japan, to visit around Japan while earning money. Because like being an ALT gives you that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You work part time and the pay for a part time is not bad. Like it's really good,
Mm.
as a part time job. But if you have a family, or your why is to send money to your home
Yeah,
country to survive, it's not going to
yeah,
be
yeah,
enough.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So
Just
don't
setting our expectations straight.
expectations. Yes.
Right.
So I just want to say that when you want when your why is like, I want to go to Japan to earn more money, cross it out because you please add more.
Okay.
Add more, like more reason. Yes, you can do that, but you have to work really, really hard. Actually, to be honest, Japan is fair in a way that, speaking as a person from a third world country, from the Philippines. Like in Japan, if you work hard, you will parang you will get the right money according to the work that you
You
did or you do. Parang well compensated.
okay?
That's what I want to say. So your hard work is well compensated. So if you work hard, you'll get more money. If you work harder, you'll get really, really more money. If you get multiple jobs, you get like three part-time jobs with your ALT jobs, you're going to be rich. I know someone. I know someone who is an ALT, but she has like multiple part-time jobs, and she earns like 500,000 yen every
Mm.
month. I mean, like, oh my god, dream. That's my dream. But
Wow.
anyway, but she works really hard. And then she said, like, my only I she works every single day and six times a week. 6 times a week. And she works from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yeah. Well, I bet he
And
or she is
uh,
single.
yeah, she is
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
good for her, but like I tried doing that. I cannot,
Yeah. I mean,
it's too much for me. Even
yeah.
as a single person living alone, living alone now,
Okay.
it's it's very heavily tasking
Mm, yeah.
emotionally, mentally, and physically. So for that person, like sugoi subarashi. Good job.
Yes.
So anyway, going back. So here in Japan, you have opportunities, and the greater the work you do, you're well compensated. You know,
Okay.
but in the Philippines, I work like 12 hours, 14 hours. Parang I feel like
Yeah.
14 hours a day.
Still. Yeah. That's right.
It's still low. As a breadwinner, it's not enough. But in Japan, if I work that same amount, sometimes even less, but I get high. I mean, if you will, like, from thinking of Japan to yen to peso,
That's
converting, if you're converting it, so oh my, I'm not even tired, but the salary I get is already more than a month's salary I get
yeah.
from in the Philippines, right?
That's
And
right.
then with the traffic, with the noise, with the corruption in the Philippines, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why I enjoy living and working here in Japan. Of course, I will not get rich being an ALT. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
So you're just
that's
well
the reality.
compensated here. If you work hard, you'll be compensated well.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I mean, I can't agree more. Well, just having maybe last two questions, and let's go with like for tourists. I just want to know because Red, you're in Tokyo for about how many years? 12 years already, like
Yeah,
around
12
Tokyo
years
only.
too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, if you could just recommend like top places to visit for tourists and not really for people or residents here, just in case there will be listeners that are not yet in Japan, not yet residents here, but would like to have a taste of what Japan feels like. Could you recommend some places in Tokyo? You can give three if you
Oh,
want
that's
to.
so
Oh, if it's
hard.
difficult, but if you know what just like it can be a popular destination. It could be like a hidden gem near
A
Tokyo.
hidden gem, that is so hard to say. But this is just what I'm going to say. Like, you can quick just, ask Chat GPT, Google it. I will say
Mm,
the same thing. Shibuya, Shinjuku, Harajuku, uh,
Shibuya.
yeah, Ueno, uh,
Yeah.
well, they are all in the internet. I learned those places by not talking to Japanese people, because honestly, if I talk to some Japanese people, hey, do you know this place? And they have no ideas because they have never been there.
I
You
see.
know,
I see.
so like I just really searched.
Mm,
So whatever Google will tell you, that's it. There it is.
mm,
But my suggestion, if you will come here to Japan as a tourist and you have a limited time and you don't speak Japanese, if you have the money, go to Klook.
Cloak. Okay.
Klook and buy there the tour packages. There are many affordable tour packages now that is very convenient.
I see.
So if you want to feel Tokyo, like, get a tour package on
Mm.
Klook.
Have you been to like the three famous parks in Japan, like the Disney, what's this? Disney
Disney
Sea,
Resorts,
Disney Resort,
Disneyland, Disney
Disneyland,
Sea.
Disney Sea, or USJ? What would you recommend if you're like a 30-year-old or a teenager? Or have you been
Yeah.
there? I've been to Disney Sea, but I haven't been to USJ yet. So
Mm.
if you have been there, like, would you recommend those places?
Oh yes, definitely. I've been to Disneyland many times, Disney Sea
Mm.
twice, USJ
What's the difference?
3 times.
What did you like Disney Sea over Disneyland, or Disneyland over Disney Sea?
Because this Disneyland you can find in many countries.
Okay,
Disney Sea is
it's only in
only
Japan.
in Japan.
Oh,
So
that's great.
if you want to experience Japan's uniqueness and Disney, so go to Disney Sea. And the rides there are more adult, for
Oh,
adults than for the kids. And
kids.
also you can buy drink alcohol in Disney Sea.
Right.
So if you like Disney but you're an adult, and you want to experience Japan, Disney Sea, I recommend Disney Sea.
Oh, cool. That's a nice advice. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go
Okay,
to
one more thing.
the.
Sorry.
Oh, sure,
Another
sure.
thing. If you really want to experience, like, wow, this is Japan, amazing, go to Team Lab.
Team Lab.
Team
Ah, yeah.
Lab,
Okay, Team
the
Lab is also.
museum. It's so hard to get there now, but if you are really smart and good at scheduling, so buy tickets right away before
Okay.
coming to Japan. It's good. I swear to God. Have you visited
No, I
Team
just see
Lab?
it in pictures, and but
It's
I know
awesome.
what's happening there, but it's
Mm.
just that I'm not near Tokyo, so
So oo nga pala,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So we
But
don't have it in Nagoya, but if
cute
it's
lang
in
pala
Nagoya,
yan.
I can really go there multiple times.
Yes.
Okay, for the last portion, and this is actually the last set of questions. So if you know, do you know Boyabunda's fast talk? So
Oh,
without
yeah,
really
yeah, yes, yes.
thinking,
Oh, that's
you just
so
answer from A or
refreshing.
B. So that would be
A or
our
B? Okay,
yeah, that
sige.
would be our
Chocolate.
last portion of this podcast as to before we land the plane. Okay, so let's go. Ready? So you don't have to answer because. Okay, so you know the drill. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, I know the
ready?
drill. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go with Tokyo or Osaka.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Udon or ramen.
Ramen.
Inaka or metro.
I like both, but because I am from Manila, I was born and raised in Manila, so I'm a really city girl, so metro.
Okay, sushi. Oh wait, did I say? How about sushi or ramen?
Ooh, that is hard. Ramen.
Okay. Driving or non-driving? ALT, okay?
ALT,
Uh,
non-driving.
non-driving, okay.
Definitely.
Onsen or beach?
In Japan,
Yes, of course.
beaches in Japan are so bad. I'm
Okay.
sorry. You know,
I see.
coming from
Okay.
the Philippines, even I've been to Miyakojima. Miyakojima actually beaches are decent, but
Okay.
compared to beaches in Batangas
Okay.
than Miyakojima, Boracay than Miyakojima.
I see.
Anyway, sorry, onsen. If you
Okay.
love onsen, if you don't mind getting naked in front of everyone, then
Okay.
onsen, go onsen. I love onsen.
Okay. Karaoke or izakaya?
Karaoke.
Okay.
Filipino blood.
Cherry blossoms or autumn leaves?
Cherry blossoms.
Anime or manga?
Mm.
Or you don't like both?
No, I not that I don't like both. But I'm not very interested.
I see.
Like I'm not an I mean, ano ba? I like anime
Yeah, you like
because
anime.
I
Okay.
still watch anime until
Okay.
now.
Mount Fuji or Kyoto temples?
Oh, that's very interesting. I like Mount Fuji because
Okay.
it's really challenging.
Okay.
When you see Mount Fuji from afar, like, wow, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But when you reach the top, like you feel like
Okay.
you're invincible. It
Okay.
feels
Next,
so good. Sorry.
traditional ryokan or Japanese modern hotel?
Oh, Job, as a tourist,
Yes, of course. Right.
as a tourist, maybe ryokan.
Okay.
But now that I'm here, I live here,
Y-
just a budget hotel, much convenient
Okay. Akihabara
and
or
cheaper.
Harajuku? Akihabara or Harajuku?
Ah, ah.
Just pick
Harajuku.
one. You know where it's okay. Google Maps or Hyperdia?
Google Maps.
Okay. Pocket Wi-Fi or SIM card?
Pocket Wi-Fi.
Okay. Airbnb or capsule hotel?
I don't like capsule hotel, so
Okay.
Airbnb.
Next, Syria or Daiso?
Ooh, I like both. I
Hi.
like
You
both.
like both.
But
Okay.
Daiso offers more.
Ay, ito, Family Mart or what's this? 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Okay.
Oh, that is so hard.
Okay.
I really like
And
Family Mart, Family Chicken, but I like
family.
coffee of 7-Eleven.
I see. And last one, let's go. Tourist hotspot or hidden gem?
That is so hard. It depends. For me,
Yeah, for you, for you.
uh, that is so hard.
Yeah, just pick
Because
one,
the
like out of the blue. Yeah.
now hidden gem.
Hidden gem. Okay,
Because
thank
I've
you.
been in Japan a long time.
Okay.
But like as a tourist,
Okay.
when I first came to Japan, of course I want to go to what
Mm,
the people are talking about. So
yes.
I will go to the tourist spot. But now I've been living here and I've
Okay.
seen everything all, and it has become now my everyday
Mm.
hidden gem. Sorry.
Okay, so thank you so much. I just thinking like maybe we need more of this in the next maybe let's have a part 2 next time.
Oh
So
yeah, sure,
yeah,
sure,
I we
sure.
have a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, I appreciate all your answers
Yes.
and your perspective, of course, added immense value to this podcast
I
and
hope
to our
so. I
discussion.
hope so. I'm
And
sorry
we're
about my
grateful.
English.
And
I
yeah, of course,
speak
yeah, this like
English, but I use
our
English
English.
as my livelihood language.
Yeah, and no worries with that. So your English is perfect as it is. So
I hope
thank you
so.
so much, Ruby Sensei. And hope. But anyway, how can my audience or the listeners yeah, keep in touch with you? Do you have any uh say social media that is active
And
today? That maybe they'd have follow up questions or like Instagram or something. Do you have that
under construction.
under construction? Okay,
Under
got it.
construction.
But anyway.
Because like I think I have matured. Not I'm
Okay.
gonna say what's the word. I have
You've
changed.
been
Like
much matured enough that you don't really.
not really. I don't want to say that. It's just that now I want to keep
your
more
privacy.
of a private life.
Hey, right, right.
But
That's
but
fair enough.
still, but still, I want to. My heart is in the service,
Okay,
especially of teachers like me. So
okay.
so I used to have like a public YouTube channel and
Before,
Instagram, but now I want to keep things private, a little bit private,
I
but
see.
still I want to give service.
Mm,
So for under
yeah.
construction,
Okay,
in
amazing.
progress,
I see.
TBA.
Thank you so much, Ruby Sense, and
Thank you.
see you in the coming maybe months or years. I
Yeah,
don't know,
just send
but
me an
hopefully
yeah,
we
just
Tokyo
message
is
me.
just near.
Yeah,
And
just send me.
Otsukaresama Thank you so much.
Otsukare sama desu. Goodbye.
And that's another episode of Jeb in Japan podcast. And I hope today's conversation gave you some valuable insights and maybe even inspired you in some way. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow, leave a review, and share it with a friend who's curious about Japan. You can also join me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok with the same name, Jeb in Japan, for more updates and discussions. Thanks for being here. Till next time, keep chasing your Japan adventures.